So David Hasselhoff and Linda Blair together in a 1988 Italian horror film. Only gets better, weirder, and more surprising from there in Witchery. When photographer Gary and his fiancée Leslie come to an island off the coast of Massachusetts to research witchcraft at a haunted resort hotel, they are soon drawn into a mystery from which there is no escape. They are eventually joined by the Brooks family, prospective buyers of the property, along with the pregnant Jane and the boy Tommy, both of whom have begun experiencing haunting and startling phenomena. When a violent storm prevents anyone from leaving the island, everyone is forced to endure the vengeful wrath of an evil witch. Soon they all fall victim or bear witness to terrifying and devilish acts, shocking them to the realization that none of them may escape this island alive. So those Italians had some very strange movie practices back in the 70s and 80s, doing a lot of things you obviously could never get away with here in America, because a little strange lineage with this film, because it is a sort of disconnected sequel to another Italian horror film also produced by Joe D'Amato called Ghost House, which was a Italian unofficial sequel to Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. None of these films have anything to do with each other, but they like to cash in on name value, to just slap a name on it and hope it kind of rides a wave and everything, which completely common with Italian horror films for a very long time. But regardless of all that, this is Witchery, a film that stands completely on its own, a completely self-contained story. You don't need to see anything else to understand anything that's going on here. It's a very easy to follow type of film, kind of a witch ghost story type of thing that was pretty surprising, because walking in, looking at things on the shelf, just like, I want to rent something I haven't seen before, and just because you had the names Hasselhoff and Linda Blair, and there's like, they gravitated me close enough towards it to just like, okay, I'll give this thing a shot. And I was actually fairly surprised by this film, that just in general, the thing is pretty fucking disturbing. It's graphic, it's gory, it's kind of suspenseful, it's pretty fucking effective, and goes pretty far out there with a lot of the graphic moments that it has and everything. Just like, it's pretty scary in certain moments. When this witch, who's wonderfully portrayed in this film, is taking people down into this dungeon or whatever the heck she's doing, just like pulling them into her grasp and all this stuff, just like the horrendous torturous shit they're putting these people through, and the makeup effects are just fucking top notch. Just, oh man, this stuff was like, this is out there. This is pretty fucking out there, and it's pretty fucking scary. But there's some things, like, being in a quick review here, is like, cast is a little uneven, because David Hasselhoff, whatever you want to say about him, he is still a charming and charismatic actor. Whether he's not all that great of an actor, he still brings something engaging to the table and everything. And you can see a lot more in contrast to Leslie Cummings, who portrays his fiancée in the film. Leslie Cummings is just a complete block of wood in this whole thing. Plank of wood. She is, every single line she mutters out in this film is just completely monotone and completely deadpan. There's no emotion. There's no real effort put behind her performance in this film. And then you see someone like Hasselhoff, who's just naturally charming, a little bit charismatic. You can definitely see how much better he is in a certain way when you see someone who's just like not even trying at all. And there's a couple other things, like the little kid in the film. He's not really that good of an actor, but obviously he's a kid. Can't always get good kid actors. So, but obviously Linda Blair, she's always a good actress in everything I see. She always has a good level of quality with her acting performance and things, and just seeing her on screen, just kind of this spark, this kind of bright light in any kind of film, just like, especially younger, she had just this great brightness and youthful freshness and everything, just adds something to the film that just makes it more engaging in a certain way. And I thought she did a very good job in this film, and her character goes on a certain progression that it does become a bit of a possession tale, shock of all shocks, by the end of the whole film, and she's still creepy. She can still do creepy without having a whole bunch of makeup on her. So there's a lot of good stuff in this film, even though, like I said, there's a lot of actors who don't do a very good job, but competently shot, well directed.
like I said, I was very surprised by this thing. I wasn't expecting really anything good all that much. I just thought maybe dismissible, just like something to just pass the time with. I thought it was pretty disturbing at times. I thought Witchery or La Casa or Witchcraft, weird Italian horror films have slews of different alternate titles to themselves, but Witchery is the one you're going to be able to find it here in America on DVD and everything in widescreen print. And I thought it was a pretty effective film. That I really like the whole idea of just this isolated little island out there. It's all dark and creepy and all this weird shit's going on. Just like, it's one of these films that if you put it into the wrong hands, it becomes a little too abstract. It would become very difficult to follow, get really bewildering, but they keep it simple enough with a lot of great eye-candy and gore in this film to really just reel you in, just like have enough of a strong, good time. And there's just some really good supernatural type of kills in this film, like the guy who portrays Linda Blair's father. He also does a very good job in the film when there's some kind of voodoo type of hex or whatnot going on with him, and he's choking and bleeding out and everything. Just like these, there's some very tense, horrific moments in this film that really make it worthwhile to see. So I would definitely say Witchery is a film that is worth seeking out. Not a fantastic film, some uneven things, not great in every single way, but I like the setting of the whole thing. I like the mood, the atmosphere, the fucking disturbing ass shit that's going on here. Some of the cast is very solid, does a good enough job to keep you interested with the characters and kind of feel for some of them at certain points in time when things go really off the deep end. Overall, I think this is a very good film that is worth checking out if you got the time, and definitely do so. If you're a fan of Italian horror films, I would definitely like to hear what you think of some of them. Fulci, Argento, and various other ones. D'Amato, who's done a whole lot of weird shit too. So if you also seen this film, I'd love to hear what you have to say about it, because it's just like one of those films, obviously almost no one's ever really kept it going and whatnot, so it's like one of these gems that's out there that, not fantastic, but offers enough on that horror level to really get you going. So tell me what you love about Linda Blair, or what kind of stuff you love from David Hasselhoff. If you're a Knight Rider, Baywatch fan, just whatever it is, I don't know. Baywatch Nights, there you go. Baywatch Nights Season 2. Plenty of horror and weird shit going on in that season, so let's talk about that a little bit. But that's all I got for you for Witchery. Be back with another review sometime soon. So take care, and bye-bye.